Hey, it's Mike with We Travel Cheap. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm looking forward to sharing with you our amazing trip to Orlando, Florida that we took over spring break and how we saved more than $4,000. You're going to really dig this. But before we get too far, I wanted to remind you about my free online travel workshop called Free Nights, Free Flights. It's on wetravelcheap.com. Go ahead and sign up, log in, and you'll be good to go. So, hope you'll take advantage of this amazing opportunity and learn more of my travel tools and tips that can help you to definitely travel cheap. So, today we're going to talk all about Orlando. And Orlando is one of our favorite places to go as a family. Recently, we have really loved going to Universal Studios. We love the Harry Potter stuff they have there. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter, I think is what it's called. Our kids bought those interactive wands, which are a lot of fun. The rides are so well done, and it's just super awesome. We also really love Volcano Bay, which is Universal Studios water park. It's a ton of fun. They have this lazy river that you have to wear a life jacket on because it is insane. It's like riding through rapids, but so much fun. And we actually went there on a day that was a little bit cooler, and we had the whole place to ourselves. So we love Universal. We haven't taken our kids to Disney World because we really love Disneyland and just the convenience of the two parks and how close it is to us in Utah. So we haven't done Disney World as a family. My wife and I have done Disney World a little bit together. We've hit most of the parks there, but we really love to do Universal. And this year we actually took a little different approach because we have two first graders that are shorter and can't really go on a lot of these bigger rides at Universal Studios. So when we went back in spring break, they were actually in kindergarten. We decided that we were going to go to Legoland, SeaWorld, Busch Gardens and Aquatica, the water park. So let me tell you kind of how we put this vacation together, how it went, and what we learned from it. So when we fly to Orlando, we fly from Salt Lake City to Orlando. And on this particular trip, we spent just over 13,000 miles per person on Southwest Airlines. So that was round trip. And we paid right around $11.20 per person in tax. So crazy savings there. And cash price for these flights would have been right around $375. So times that by 6 people, that's a lot of money. And I estimate that we saved more than $2,000 just on our flights. Again, those were nonstop and round trip, which was really awesome. So if you're flying into Orlando, a pro tip is you can look at surrounding airports. So I think there's more than 20 international airports in Florida. So if you were to look at Tampa, that may be a cheaper option for you, and it's about an hour's drive to Orlando from there. But there's lots of airports in the Orlando area. So we saved big on flights. So $11 times 6 people is right around $66. So, I mean, it cost us more to park and leave our car at the airport than it did really to travel, which is crazy. So, definitely research and figure out how to use airline miles and points, and take my Free Nights, Free Flights course, and I can teach you more about how to do that because it's a game changer once you figure it out and you're able to leverage those points. It was awesome. I think one of those flights was also free without flight miles because we had a companion pass. So I think we just only used miles on 5 of us and one of us was free. So super cool. So when we've gone to Orlando in the past, a lot of times we've done a timeshare presentation because you can get an amazing value doing timeshare presentations in Orlando. If you've ever been to Orlando, you know there is no shortage of condos and resorts and places to stay, and all of those companies want you to stay with them. So they offer really great, attractive offers to get you to come and stay with them, experience the resort, and then they'll give you a sales pitch. that lasts 90 minutes to an hour, 2 hours, right? So a lot of times they'll offer you like Visa gift cards or park tickets or a free night or a really discounted night, depending on the offer. So a few years ago, we did this incredible offer. We did it a couple of times where they gave us two 7-day park hoppers to Universal, Islands of Adventure, and Volcano Bay. And it was awesome. It saved us, I don't even know, probably $800 on tickets by going to this timeshare presentation. Then we paid just over 100 and maybe 20 a night staying in a condo. So really great deal, really great value. So you kind of have to look at what's the value of what they're giving you. Do you have a couple hours you could spend at a timeshare presentation? And again, you don't have to buy anything, but it can be a really great value. So this trip, we actually did not do a timeshare presentation. Instead, we used a resort certificate, and we stayed at the Star Island Resort and Club, which is in the Kissimmee area near Disney. And it was awesome. They had some really great pools. They had 9 holes of mini golf. They had a driving range, which our kids had a great time at. It was right on a lake, super pretty, very well kept, and it's a really, really nice place to stay. So we stayed there for $289 for 7 nights. So that's not per night, that was for the entire week, and that comes out to be just over $41 a night. So these resort certificates are awesome. If you can get the right place for your dates, it can work out really, really well. So cash price for this place would have been just over $1,100 to stay at this resort for the week. And so with our certificate, we saved about $827 is what I calculated by using this certificate. And again, it was an awesome condo resort. We had, a kitchen, the living area, and just had a great time. So we flew for virtually free, just paid our taxes. Our accommodations was like $40 a night, about for a condo. And then let me tell you about the tickets. This is kind of the most exciting part, I think. So if you've ever heard of all-day dining, it's something they do at SeaWorld, at the water parks they own, and at Busch Gardens. And we thought, hey, why don't we give it a try? We're going to have to eat anyway. It can be expensive in the parks. And we found this incredible offer on this wholesale ticket website that I talk about in my free workshop. So we went ahead and bought us a 3-day ticket that included admission as well as the all-day dining. And that came out to about $159 a person. Retail price on that would have been about $303 a person. And so on those 6 tickets, we saved $858, which was awesome. It's basically half price. And how the all-day dining works is, you get there and breakfast is ready to go. And then every hour you can have like a snack or a drink or an icy, a pretzel, whatever it is they offer. And the food was actually really good. Like there's a great barbecue place we ate at, just really good home-cooked meals. And every meal comes with a drink and a dessert. So something you should definitely try if you haven't. I will say sometimes the lines were long for the food, but it was worth it with the admission ticket. So for basically like $50 a day, we went to SeaWorld, hit all those rides, did the all-day dining, and then we did Aquatica, which is the water park next to SeaWorld, and then we drove to Tampa to go to Busch Gardens, and that is so fun. It's kind of like half zoo, half extreme roller coasters, and our kids had a great time there. They've also got a place for little kids, like a Sesame Street type land. And anyway, so much fun, but we saved a ton of money going that route. And then I did mention we also went to Legoland and the Legoland water park. And on this website, we were also able to get discount tickets to those Legoland attractions. So we paid $81 plus tax per person. Gate price would have been right around $125 per person. So between all 6 of us, we saved $263 going that route. So amazing vacation. We spent 4 days in the parks, just had so much fun, saved a lot of money. The dining, all day dining saved us money because we weren't having to pay a ton of money for drinks and all of those things that we needed to eat. So this vacation in total for a week in Orlando, retail price I estimate is $5,933. So right around $6,000. We spent just over $1,800. So again, it wasn't free, but we saved a ton of money. If you divide that, by 6 people, that's about $300 a person for your flight, hotel, your tickets, and then that included that dining. And then I will mention the other thing we did is we used Groupon and found some local deals that were there in the area and saved more money on eating out. And I've got some tips on that as well in my travel workshop. So again, retail price was right around $6,000. We spent right around $1,800. Our total savings, I estimate, was $4,131, or an 69% savings against the retail price. So you look at that and, we could have gone and spent the $6,000 and maybe felt okay about that, but why spend $6,000 when you can do it for about a third of that price? And I love to figure out how to save money on flights, on your hotel accommodations, on the attractions, and on all the food. I call it nights, flights, sights, and bites. And that's something that I cover in the workshop. But it's powerful. And once you figure out how to do it, you can do it over and over and over. So, I've shared how we did it in spring break in Orlando, Florida. And if we can do it, you can do it. And I also know of several other families that went to Orlando the same week we did. And I can guarantee no one saved as much as we did and probably spent as little as we did when you combine the flights and accommodations and tickets and all of that. So there's a way to have these amazing experiences with your family, to travel, to have something to look forward to make those memories, but also to save a lot of money. And that's my goal, is to help you to do like we do and save money on every trip, every time, because there's definitely ways to do it. And I love to help families and individuals like you to figure that out. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I'd love to connect, and go ahead and sign up for that free travel workshop on my website at wetravelcheap.com. Thanks, everybody.